Hey everybody, Thomas here, and if you see right here, it says I-40, 4.1 miles. We are here at Natchez Trace State Park. This is going to be where we're doing the actual Sawmill event. We are kind of at the intersection here by the Natchez Trace Group Lodge building. This is where they have a couple of group lodges and everything. This is the admin building and dining hall. If you're coming out to the Sawmill event, hope you come out. It's going to be a fantastic time. We have a number of parking spots throughout the area. There's about 7 or 8 parking spots here. There's like 20 more down there. There will be some parking around the convenience store over here. And then there's going to be parking up here on the hill by where my dad's got his truck and everything. And then this road here, there'll be parking along that as well. We should have a good number of people here. It's hard to tell exactly how many people we're going to have, but I'm expecting a pretty good turnout. As you can see, we do have some fall color, variations coming in effect. It's not as vibrant as I thought it would be, but there's still some really good colors, and it's a really beautiful park. I mean, you'll be amazed at how good this park is when you're driving into it. And if you look down into the valleys, if you're like me, you'll be salivating over the trees that are out here. Out here where my dad's out talking on the phone, we've got the volleyball court. This is where we're going to set up the 4 sawmills. Currently, the 4 sawmills we have are a Timberking 2220, a Timberking 2000, a Woodland Mills 130 Max, and my Lucas Slabber Mill DSM 23. We've already dropped off 7 logs for today. We have more logs that will be coming in from some other the Sawyers and stuff like that. But these 7 logs right here are 7 unique logs. And hopefully, if you've watched the channel, I will say is watch some videos about some of my unique logs and everything. We will be giving away prizes throughout the day. So there's competitions on identification of wood. There's competitions on certain things in some of the videos. Mr. Robert's going to have some of his random tools he'll be going over. So really, it's going to be a fun event. This is really a networking event. This is a sharing of knowledge. This is a woodworkers, a sawyer, whatever you want to do. If you have any questions about the sawmill industry, about running a business, dealing with wood, doing arts and crafts, whatever, it's going to be a fantastic time. There are numerous little footpaths throughout this area here. Over this hill, there are, I guess, like fire rings. It will have some nice fires going and everything, because it will be chilly in the morning. Plan accordingly. I think we're looking at about 40-ish degrees in the morning, 42, with a high in the high 50s, low 60s. So plan accordingly. It is supposed to be a little bit overcast. I don't think we're really gonna have any rain or anything, but it should be a great time. We're gonna have some really cool people out here. I'm really looking forward to that. Also in the dining hall here, I believe where they're gonna set up around that will be the some demonstrations. Mr. Robert's gonna be out there with the sharpener and setter, going over how to sharpen and set blades, and just general knowledge. A man's been cutting wood for a long time. He's owned, I think, 3 Wood-Mizer sawmills, and then he's worked with me on my sawmills for the past 4-ish years or so. We'll be going, again, sharpening, setting up stuff. He's got some of his arts and crafts he's selling. We have some other woodworkers in the area. They'll be selling some arts and crafts. If you are coming to the event and you want to sell arts and crafts type stuff, specifically wood related, please let me know. There is going to be like a small fee. I believe this is a first time setup. This is going to be $5 if you're going to be setting up a booth and selling stuff, but I think we're going to have a lot of really cool stuff here. This is going to be a good time. There will be burgers, hot dogs, and other stuff like that for sale as well. Also with this video, I'm going to go ahead and cut away. We're going to talk about what we just did to my dad's mill, his 2220 mill. It's a brand new mill. We just add an extension onto that, so it's really cool. So stay tuned for that. Also, we're going to talk about, I have an issue. We bought another sawmill. We're back up to owning 4 sawmills, so it's pretty funny. I'll have to tell you the story, and hopefully I do justice in the video. But if you have any questions about any of the sawmills that I've owned, if you're following the channel, I've owned a 1220, a Timberking 1400, a 2000, a 2220, a Lucas DSM 23, a Cook's MP32, and a Wood-Mizer LT15. That's a pretty good repertoire of sawmills. So, but if you have any questions about any of those mills, please let me know. And I've run a lot of other different mills too. So I'm looking forward to it, folks. I think it's gonna be a great time. Stay tuned. the rest of this video and hope to see you out there. It's gonna be a great day. Thanks. Hey everybody, Thomas here. We're up in Tennessee just days prior to the Sawmill show, 30 October, up here at Natchez Trace. But we're working on my dad's 2220. This is a brand new mill, folks, and we are modifying it. So I've got to show you what we're doing. It's quite impressive. But our buddy Brad is up here from Pro Built Welding and Fabrication, and we are adding on an extension onto this mill. Now you're gonna laugh and say that, okay, that's a pretty small extension. It is. However, this small extension does not require us to add any additional hydraulic lines or anything like that. So this will get us just over 25 feet of actual cutting capacity. And all we had to do, as you can see right now, is welding on this cross member. This cross member is smaller. It's not an 8-inch wide, it's a 6-inch wide, but we're not gonna have weight out there. And we don't have to worry about a jack underneath here because we don't have weight out here. This cross member we have bolted on here as well as bolted on there. Excuse me, the extension is bolted on, then we have it welded on. And we had to get some extension right here on the actual chain to allow for that additional length. And rather than break the chain link, we just added a little bit more of a spacer here. So long story short, we can work just over 25 foot. Now I'll get a measurement here at the end of what it's actually gonna be, but I'm thinking this could be like 25 and 4 inches or something to that effect. But without a 12-foot extension, I think we are quote unquote going to have the longest 2220 on the market. All right, folks, the addition is complete with the exception of paint, and then we've got to rivet on the little tab piece right there. But for the most part, we are done. We did just move the saw head out here when we did measure. This mill, this 2220, which is brand spanking new, will now cut 25 foot 4 inches. And it's pretty impressive. Again, all we had to do is we added on about a foot extension here. We added the cross member. The cross member here, this is 2x6 vice 2x8. But again, it's way out here at the end, no issue there. Bent over the stainless steel plate there and everything. And then rather than take out any links of chain and everything, we just added on, then we welded this on a little bit further out. That makes it just easier for us. And we've got more room on this chain, you know, for down the road. But all in all though, it worked very well, very excited. We now have the length we need to cut the job that we have on order. And this is gonna be, you know, just another thing. I'm pretty sure we're the only 2220 out here that will cut 25 foot 4 inches. There might be some that'll cut longer with a 12-foot extension bed, but we can cut 25 foot. And when we measured this, we actually, you know, checked it when the energy chain was coming out. We probably could have gone another foot based on the amount of energy chain that's there and everything. However, once you start adding more this direction, you do start getting into the issue of turning sharp and when you're in reverse. So a 1 foot extension, that works pretty well right there. I think that's about what we wanted. We, you know, thinking back, we could have probably added 16 inches, but really, I don't really want to cut 25 foot, anything longer than 25 foot on this machine. That's what we're building our other machine for. And I'll show you that here in just a little bit, but we're going to do a little video of this because in fact, we've got to cut 2 25 foot long beams. So we'll show the video of that and then we'll add on some other things that we're going to show. So stay tuned. Well, folks, the rain's kind of holding us off. I can't show you the 1220 right yet, but what I can show you is this poplar log that we're trying to go ahead and cut up everything. And we are maxed out. This is 25 foot 4 inches. And when we're all the way out here, you'll see our blade, the teeth should barely pop out of this. I might have to trim just ever so slightly, but we've got a giant, or not really giant, but a long poplar log on here. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this up real quick, and I'll throw on a quick little time lapse and I'll do a conclusion where we talk about tomorrow's event. So stay tuned. All right, folks, there you have it. Well, this is our first cut at 25 foot and 4 inches. And as you can see, it's hard to tell, but the blade was literally stopping, like teeth barely out of this. I mean, absolutely barely out of this. The goal was 6x10, and we have a 6x10 now. In the center section down there's a little bit of live edge, but I mean, just, this is pretty cool looking. I mean, there's beautiful color in this. We got as close to center cut as we could. We could not, I wanted to cut more on this side than on this side because we have that live edge section down there in the middle. But I think the customer's gonna be very happy with this. We gave them 4 inches extra. That's all we could spare, but I said, let's leave the longest length we can. So looking forward to seeing people out there tomorrow. It's kind of a dreary day today. Tomorrow, it shouldn't be raining like this, but it may be a little bit soggy on the ground, but you know, that's fine. We got 4x4 tractor and everything else. But yeah, if you want to see this, I'll do more videos of this. I'll do another video where we talk about the building of this and kind of how we actually did this building and everything, and we modified some pieces and parts. But sounds good. All right, well, hopefully we'll see y'all there tomorrow. Looking forward to a great time. Stay tuned.